Well, there are fewer than 48 hours left in President Trump's term, as we've said, and as he prepares to leave the White House, ABC News has learned that the president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, will not be part of the Trump impeachment trial legal defense team because Giuliani is a witness in the case. ABC's senior editorial producer and really one of the great reporters on this administration, John Santucci, joins us now from Washington with more from inside the Trump camp. Well, John, since Rudy Giuliani is not going to be part of the president's defense team, so what does his legal defense team look like? Do we expect President Trump to take this stand, that kind of thing?
Well, Terry, at the moment, your guess is as good as mine is who would actually defend Donald Trump in the well of the Senate should the trial actually move forward in the Senate. Rudy Giuliani was seen as, frankly, the best option. Many attorneys that have represented the president over the course of the last 4 years, remember, this is not a president new to controversy. He has had a special counsel investigation. He's had an impeachment trial before. And all of the attorneys, Terry, that were involved in those two processes have been very clear that they have no intention of participating in another round of Donald Trump's legal troubles. So the question is, who's going to be left? The other attorney that they've approached is Alan Dershowitz, the infamous Harvard professor, but he has not been signed on board yet either. So it really is a question of who's going to be left that would step forward and represent Donald Trump. Now, you mentioned the self-pardons. That is something the president very much has been talking about. He has been urged by members of his family, members of the Trump organization up in New York that is dealing with their own legal troubles over the last several years to do it. But he has also been told by lawyers in the White House, Terry, that should the president actually give himself a pardon, it's an admission of guilt. And we know that there are so many cases right now that some are criminal, but others civil. And the president could open himself up to civil exposure if he was to do that.
And 68% of the American people oppose the president pardoning himself, which may not even be legal. But turning to Inauguration Day, President Donald Trump, he'll be the first U.S. president in more than 150 years since Andrew Johnson, widely considered one of the worst presidents ever, who will not take part in the peaceful transition of power, his successor's inauguration. Trump's requested a military-style send-off. So what's that going to look like?
Oh, get out the red carpet, bring out the Marine Band, and apparently a couple F-35s are going to fly over too, Terry. This is going to be a full Trump spectacle Wednesday morning. You would think it was in some ways what the inauguration event would look like happening at 12 o'clock up at the Capitol in some ways, but this is Donald Trump's send-off, and he wants it to have the full military blare, a 21-gun salute, and completely ignore the fact that Joe Biden is about to take office back in Washington. The president will chopper from Marine One, leaving the White House early Wednesday morning. He will not see his successor. I'm actually most curious, Terry. You know, one of the things that is, let's call it standard tradition, if you will Donald Trump leave a note for Joe Biden? You know, when Barack Obama left, he left a note for Donald Trump. God knows the two had their differences, but Donald Trump said it was one of the nicest notes he had ever received, one of the most touching letters. He bragged about it for weeks. I wonder if we're going to see Donald Trump break with tradition. If you wanted my guess, I would say probably. Donald Trump so far has not done anything to recognize Joe Biden as president. Even after those awful attacks up at the Capitol, Terry, you know, the president came out with that video saying that he would support a peaceful transition of power, but he to this day has not said Joe Biden's name and next president in the same sentence.
I can't imagine leaving a nice note, that's for sure. John Santucci, thanks very much for that.
Thanks, Terry.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.